I'm actually here to talk about being trans. You know, my earliest memories were maybe like from about 6, that I was, you know, really adamant that I wanted to wear girls' clothes and have long hair and long fingernails and be a girl and play with dolls. Because I was very young and naive, I just thought it was some kind of biological mistake, and that as I grew a bit older, my thing would drop off and then I would be like my sister. And then as I got older and older, I got a bit more of an understanding of how biology worked, and I was like, maybe that's not going to happen actually. If it's not going to happen naturally, biologically, I will just, I'll have to have the surgery. I was wearing like bright pink blouses and bell bottoms and girls' platform shoes to school and things like that when I was 10 on the military base, which was a bit difficult for my father. Apparently my brothers, who were like 9 and 10 years older than me, so they were like 19, 20, and my dad all decided that the best thing for me would probably be to send me to a military boarding school in England. And we'd never lived in England. I remember when I was packing my suitcase to go to military boarding school, putting all my girls' clothes in my suitcase, and my sister going, you can't have a military boys' school with a suitcase full of girls' clothes. And when you arrive, all the older boys kind of gather around to see what you've got. And I opened my suitcase and there was just all these like girls' platform shoes and girls' blouses and everything. And they just didn't know what to do with it. You know, I used to have these like little satin hot pants and little tank tops, and I refused to wear the military school issue sportswear because it was really horrible and baggy. And everyone just kind of at the school kind of left me alone. I looked very girly. I had long curly hair and long fingernails, and I was very pretty, and people just mistook me for a girl often. And suddenly I went from being very kind of petite and very feminine to growing from being 5 foot to 6 foot within just over a year. And my hands got big and my feet got big and my jaw got square. I went back home to the military base. I had 5 years of being in a place of boys and having to wear boys' clothes that I was like, I'm not doing it anymore. So when I got home, I was really started dressing up. But it was very difficult on the military base. The guys on the gate would always go, oh, but it says on your ID that you're a man. And I would just be like, yeah. I ran away from home when I was 17 and came to England. And then when I was about 19, I decided to, and it was a deliberate and conscious choice to live as a gay man. I was 19, I just shaved my hair off and stopped wearing makeup and decided to identify as a gay man. But I never really felt like I fitted in. I always felt like a bit of an imposter. I fell into a pattern for a long time, and only the people really, really close to me knew that there was this feeling of otherness in me that, you know, even though I identified as gay, I didn't really feel gay. And that's when I started expressing myself more in terms of dressing differently and getting my tattoos and everything. And then around my 50s, this whole kind of, the whole thing about trans started to pick up. I hadn't really thought about being trans or talked about being trans for a long time. And suddenly I thought, well, actually, maybe it is important that I start to declare who I am. I guess as you get older and you get more confident, I was like, actually, I don't care what people think, and I don't need to blend in anymore. I can just be me. I guess, you know, the interesting thing for me more recently was joining the gay men's choir. So, chorus. These people do really care. I've actually found a bigger community of people that care like people, that care about people like me. Because even though, you know, society's changed and I've come out as transgender to other people, a lot of people have been accepting or tolerant, but I hadn't really felt like people really cared. It was like, oh wow, it's like I really have found an amazing community of people.